Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Miss.
How is everybody doing today?
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, guys. How is everybody doing today? Is everybody fine?
Yes.
Adriel, what do you have to users, Adriel?
Is that I'm going to enter with one, but both and
Hmm? With one in both. Okay, let's see. So today, guys, in reading, we're gonna try to do two things. The first is that we're gonna work on the reading assignment, and number two is that we're going to try to work on the practice book pages.
good morning.
Do we understand? So
Yes.
the first thing that we're gonna do is our reading assignment. Does everybody have it there? Your reading assignment. Good morning, Posas. Good morning, Dunia. Okay, I want to see everybody, guys, with their camera on. Dana, Dunia, Jonathan Diaz, Gerardo, Yareni, Natalie, Cecilia, Marvin, all of the ones that have them off, turn them on, please. Hello, Mario. Good morning. Good morning, Genesis. Good morning, Cecilia.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning. Jonathan Diaz, turn your camera on, please. Okay, that is the first thing. That is the first requirement. We're going to put it on the chat, okay?
Miss, we
Okay.
can start. We can start doing it.
Okay, so we have our, I'm going to try to share the screen with you, okay, of the reading assignment. Okay, so that we can go discussing the instructions and working on the exercises. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, letter A says, read each sentence carefully. Circle the synonym that best completes each sentence. Okay, let's look at number one. The traditional totem pole was carved from a tall red cedar, what? Let's remember that here in this sentence, we're talking about a pole. Okay, so what would be the synonym that is most close to the word? Post or stake? What do you think? Hmm? So it says, circle the synonym that best completes each sentence. Which one do you think of these two words, post or stake, is closer to the totem pole? We're talking about a totem pole here. Let's remember, a totem pole is like a statue, right? So which one do you think is closer, post or stake?
Stay.
In this case, it would be post, Jonathan. So in number one, we're going to circle the word post. Okay, we're going to circle the word post. Let's look at number two. Encounter with these animals often form part of a family's
Wisdom.
encounter with these animals often form part of a family's
Lore.
lore. In this case, it is lore. It is lore. Number two is lore. Okay, so we're talking about ghostly figures,
legend.
right? A legend. Very good. Number three, the carved images did not look realistic or accurate. Realistic. Very good. Realistic. So we're going to circle realistic. The carved images did not look realistic. Number four, what was important to the carver was to create balanced designs with no
Available.
around. What do you think, Cecilia? Which would go there?
Available.
I don't think so. It would be vacant, guys. Vacant, okay? What was important to the carver was to create balanced designs with no vacant space around them. That means with no.
Miss, I don't understand that sentence.
That means that the creator or the carver, okay? Let's remember that carvers work with wood, right? So what he wanted to create were designs that did not have empty spaces around them. That is what vacant means, empty spaces around them. Do we understand better?
I thought that vacant was when you despedir someone from the office, from his work, and
no.
someone takes the vacant space.
No, in that case, it would be to fire and to replace, Jonathan. That was to fire someone and to replace him. Okay? Okay, let's go to letter B. It says, fill in the lines, writing a number from column B to match each word with its definition. Okay, let's look at the first one. It says, feeling of discouragement, despair, or nervousness. What would that be? Abundance, array,
Dismay.
adventure,
Dismay.
mounting, or dismay. Very good. Number 6. So we're gonna write number 6. Very good. Very good, Hugo. Okay, let's look at the second one. What do you think? Growing rapidly in size or rising?
Abundant.
Mountain.
Mountain.
Genesis, what do you say, Genesis?
Mountain.
Mounting, very good. So we're gonna write number 5. Mounting, growing rapidly in size or rising? Very good. Mounting, number 5. Okay, let's look at the following one. It says, do an activity bravely despite the risk.
Venture.
Venture. Venture.
Aparicio, what would that be?
Venture.
Venture, number 4. Very good. Number 4. Oh, we have 6, 5, and then 4. Okay. Let's see. Someone else that can help me. Victoria, can you help me with unmoving or unbending? What would that be? Unmoving or unbending, something that is hard, that is rigid. Whoops, I gave you the answer.
Me.
Okay, it's rigid, okay? Sorry. Marvin, put your microphone off, Marvin.
Yes,
No,
Marvin.
mi Jose Carlos.
Oh, it's Jose Carlos, okay.
Or
Okay,
just
next
Jose
one. An impressive orderly arrangement. What would that be? Very organized, as in the supermarket.
Array.
Array.
Array, very
Array.
good. Array, so it will be number 2, array. And the
Y 50
last one,
regresiva, miss.
and the last is more than enough or plenty. That is easy.
Is the answer is 50 regresiva.
That would be abundance, right? Abundance. So it would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. It's a countdown, you say, Hugo. A countdown.
Oh, okay.
Okay, got it? Now let's look to letter
Yes.
C. Let's go to C. I'm gonna move the document a little bit. Okay, letter C says, write the sentences using the words. Example, please, with cultural. Give me an example.
We attend cultural events over the weekend.
Excellent. We attend cultural events during the weekend. Another one? Does anybody have another one?
The city is the cultural center of the state.
The city is a cultural center of the state. Very good. The city is the cultural center of the state. Very good. Or we can say in Honduras, we celebrate many cultural traditions, right? Such as the dancing, the folkloric dancing. That is a cultural event. Okay, with the word collided. Collided is what? Crashing, right, into each other. So can someone give me a sentence with the word collided?
The cars collided in the street.
The cars collided in the streets. Very good. Posas, can you think of one? Posas? Posas is there or he left?
Miss.
Okay, tell me.
How do you say semáforo rojo?
when the lights are in red.
When the
Or traffic
driver
light.
ignored the light in red and then he collided with another car.
Okay, when the car
Miss, I have a
ignored.
question.
Huh?
Miss, how I say that?
When the cars collided,
Uh-huh.
Miss, how we say culpable?
Guilty.
When cars collide, the guilty person is the one who pasar the semáforo or the one who invents the car.
Is the one that goes with the traffic light in red, honey. That is the one that is the guilty one.
Miss, I have a sentence.
Yes, but the person invents the car, right?
The person?
A person invents a car, so he has to be the guilty person.
No, because he invented the car for transportation, Hugo, not for colliding with each other. Okay?
Miss, I have
The
a
one that
sentence.
has,
But
listen up,
maybe
the one that has to be responsible is the one that drives.
no, yes, miss, but maybe the one who invent the car, maybe he invented bad because he wanted the person that uses his car to die.
Yes, Miss.
Oh no, that is a
He-
very dark intention.
At the same time, he invented the collision.
Okay, it provokes it, and you know that is the purpose of why cars have been reinvented all of the time. Actually, they are trying to make improvements to the cars in order to avoid people to collide, right? In order to help people when they collide not to get killed in the car accidents as well. Okay.
Miss, I have one. The snowy conditions cause the car to collide back of the truck.
Excellent. The snowy conditions or the snowy weather cause the car to collide. Very good. Okay, let's go to letter D. It says use the T-map to keep track of cause and effect relationships in the text. Okay, it says down the rabbit hole. They forgot a T there. Down the rabbit hole. So she was considering in her own
I
mind.
want to read.
You want to read? Okay, read please.
Down the rabbit hole. So she was considering in her own mind as well as she could, for the day made her feel very sleepy and stupid. Whether the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies. When suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. There was nothing so very remarkable than that. Nor did Alice think it so very much out of the way to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I shall to be late. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of his waistcoat pocket and looked at it, and then hurried on. Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it. And burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. In another moment, down went Alice after it.
So this we can say, guys, is a piece of a story we already know, right? Now, this,
Alice and the Wonder Country.
Alice, I think it's Alice in Wonderland, actually. Alice in Wonderland. Now, this is a story about a girl that we say here that she didn't want to, what? She was feeling very sleepy and lazy, right? She didn't want to wake up, thinking that she had to make what?
To
Had to make
a daisy chain.
Very good. She had to make a daisy chain. That means a chain made of flowers, right? Now, she was lazy. She didn't feel like getting up, right? And picking up the daisy. When suddenly she saw who?
The rabbit.
A white rabbit, right? With what kind of eyes?
With pink eyes.
Very good, with pink eyes. So, in that, there was surprising, right? Now, why was it so very surprising for Alice, guys?
Because
What did the rabbit have? It was not a normal rabbit, right? It was actually walking, and what did it have?
and a waistcoat pocket and look and hurry it on.
Okay, so we can say that the rabbit here had human qualities, right? Because he was dressed with the waistcoat and he was looking at a watch, right? And he was, I think he was, how can we say? He was looking at time, right? And he was worried about time. He was trying to hurry up. So what did Alice do?
She ran and she started to go to seguir.
To follow him, right? She started following the rabbit, and what happened at the end? When the rabbit jumped into the hole, what did Alice do? What did she do?
She went. No, wait.
Okay, so she followed the rabbit as the rabbit jumped into the hole, Alice followed him as well. So that means that she also jumped into the hole, right? Okay, so let's look at the cause and the effects in this story. The first thing is that cause number one is that Alice was feeling how?
Curious.
No, but
lazy.
Okay, so we're gonna write cause number one. Alice was feeling sleepy. Cause number one. Alice was feeling sleepy. So what is the effect of her being sleepy, guys? What did she do? Huh?
She found the rabbit.
She didn't pay attention.
No,
What
Alice was
happened?
feeling sleepy. So what is the effect number one? She didn't to do what?
Was trouble of getting up and picking the daisy.
Exactly. So cause number one is Alice was feeling sleepy, and the effect is that Alice wasn't sure she wanted to get up to pick the daisies. So effect number one, Alice wasn't sure she wanted to get up to pick the daisies. Alice wasn't sure she wanted to get up to pick the daisies. Okay, then cause number two. What does Alice see that calls her attention? What did the white rabbit have? We discussed.
She found the rabbit.
But what did the white rabbit have? It had a watch, and what else?
And blue and pink eyes and a waistcoat.
Very good. So we're gonna write cause number two. White rabbit had a watch and was wearing a coat. The white rabbit had a watch and was wearing a coat. Okay, and what is the effect of the white rabbit having those two things? What did she do? What was her reaction?
She followed.
Alice?
Follow the rabbit.
Okay, very good. So Alice got up. That is effect number two. Alice got up and followed the rabbit. Okay, that is effect number two. Alice got up and followed the rabbit. Okay, and finally, cause number three. Okay, we said that the rabbit caused Alice to be burning with curiosity. Okay, so that is cause number three. She was burning with curiosity. And what is the effect? What did she do? Alice? What did she do at the end, guys? She jumped where? She
In
jumped
the hole.
into the hole. Very good. So Alice, she was burning with curiosity, and the effect number 3 is that she jumped into the hole, following the rabbit, right? She jumped into the hole,
Yes.
following the rabbit. She jumped into the hole, following the rabbit. Okay. So let's just repeat for the ones that are still writing. Cause number 1, Alice was sleepy, right? She was feeling sleepy, so she wasn't sure if she was going to get up and pick the daisies. That is cause and effect number 1. Okay. Then she saw the white rabbit, and the white rabbit had a watch and was wearing a coat. Okay. So the effect number 2 is that she started to get up and follow the rabbit. And finally, cause and effect number 3, she was burning with curiosity and she jumped into the hole following the rabbit. Okay, so we got it, guys?
Yes.
Do we have any questions in the cause and effect?
No.
And the other people, did you get it, guys? Dunya, Dana, Cecilia, Genesis, Walkiria, you got it? Laira, you got it?
Yes.
Cecilia too? Very good. Okay, now let's go to part E. If you can hear a noise in the background, guys, it's because it's raining, okay? So tell me, yes, tell me if you're not able to listen, please, okay?
No, we're, at least I'm not able to listen to the rain.
Here is not raining.
Here it is. Okay.
Right now
so
it started to rain.
Okay, let's move on, guys. It says, letter E, use the Venn diagram to record similarities and differences within the text. So we are going to compare and contrast, right? Useful, symbolic, 2.5, totem poles, 5%, 10% total. Okay, so we're gonna compare the kinds of totem poles that we have. Can someone help me to read, please? Vivian, can you help me to read, please?
Miss, you can put the thing down.
Hmm?
The worksheet. You can put it down.
Yes, 1 minute. Vivian, can you help me to read, please? When I put it down, there.
Thanks.
Totem poles are vertical standing marks with beautifully carved and painted images of people and animals. There are an tradition among native people of Pacific Northwest. A totem pole may be built for one of several reasons, some of which are useful while others are symbolic. For example, a useful totem pole may hold up a roof or serve as a doorway through which one can enter the house. Symbolic poles serve as a memorial to people who have died or show ownership of a farm or a piece of land.
Okay, so here we're speaking or talking about totem poles. Now, it begins the reading by explaining what are totem poles, right? For those that didn't know what totem poles were, they are vertical standing logs, okay? And they are beautifully carved and they have painted images of people and animals, right? Now, these totem poles, guys, are usually very traditional to Native Americans, right? Or to ancient civilizations. Now, there are 2 types of totem poles. The first one is a useful totem pole. How is a useful totem pole? Okay, they can hold up a roof. They can be at the front door of a house or serve as a doorway. Okay, if you have seen in many hotels, they can have totem poles in their entrance, right? As decoration. They serve as decoration in a doorway or a roof. Okay, and the other ones are symbolic poles. Those that serve as only memorials. Where do we have totem poles here in Honduras? We found them in the Mayan ruins, right? Those are totem poles that you can walk around and you can—
Made of stone. Made of a stone.
They are made of stone and they serve only for decoration or for people to observe them, right? Mm-hmm.
I already find in Google how the photo of a totem pole.
Mm-hmm. Now, totem poles are used in the Mayan ruins. They were left by the Mayas with the ancient civilization, and they are not used for anything except for decoration, right? For observing them. When you go, I don't know if you have gone to the Mayan ruins before, but when you go, you're able to observe the faces of the kings. Those were the ones that were done or that were carved in those stones, right? The face the king. Okay, so that is only they serve only as memorials, right? For those people that existed a long time ago. Okay, so we're gonna compare and contrast, okay, useful and only totem poles for memorials. Okay, so what can we say? We're going to begin. What can we say about totem poles, guys? What can we say about totem poles?
That they are a symbolic and useful thing.
Mm-hmm. The first thing is that it begins by, oops, sorry, is that I'm having problems here with my, okay.
That they are vertical standing logs.
Mm-hmm. They are vertical standing logs. Very good. Okay, so we're going to write, okay, that they are, first of all, what Taira said, we're going to write totem poles. They are vertical standing logs, and they are beautifully carved. That is what we're gonna write. They are beautifully carved, okay? They have images of people and animals.
In totem poles, Miss.
Yes, in totem poles, okay?
They're vertical log.
Okay, we're gonna write, number 1, vertical standing logs. That is what we're gonna write. Number 2, they are beautifully carved, okay, with images of people and animals. They are beautifully carved with images of people and animals. And they are a tradition among Native people. Those 3 things we're gonna write are a tradition among Native people of, well, let's leave it there. They are an important tradition for Native people. So 3 things. Number 1, they are vertical standing logs. Number 2, they are beautifully carved with images of people and animals. And number 3, they are an important tradition among Native American people or Native people. Okay, you got it?
Yes, yes.
They are vertical.
I'm ready. They
Okay,
are vertical log.
They are vertical standing logs. That is characteristic number 1. Characteristic number 2, they are beautifully carved with images of people and animals. They are beautifully carved with images of people and animals. And number 3, they are an important tradition among Native people. They are an important tradition among Native people. Now, what is the purpose of useful totem poles? What is the purpose? Or where they are put in a house or in a hotel or in a place.
Doorway.
Mm-hmm. What do they do?
Doorway.
Hold up? They hold up the roof and in the entrance of a home. Very good. In the doorway. Very good, as you were saying, Aliel. So we're gonna write, hold up the roof, to hold up the roof, and at the entrance of a home. Or you can say in parentheses, doorway. Okay? So remember, to hold up a roof and at the entrance of a home. Okay, to hold up a roof and at the entrance of a home or doorway. And the symbolic, what is the purpose of the symbolic totem poles? To serve as what? They serve as?
A memorial.
Very good. They serve as memorials. and to show ownership of a home, it says towards the end. Okay? They serve as memorials or to show ownership.
In which one? In which
In the case of the symbolic,
That's all, miss.
the symbolic, they serve as memorial and to show ownership.
finish?
That's all.
Okay, does anybody have a question on the chart?
No.
Okay. The girls are complete? Yes, Dunia?
Miss, I don't know why
Rosalie?
only the boys.
Dana,
I
did you
don't know
complete
why
it?
always.
You're done,
Miss?
Dana? Jareni too? Very good. Excellent,
Miss,
guys.
I don't know why only the boys and Taira participate.
Hmm?
I don't know why only the boys and Taira participate.
Because we're the craziest.
But Taira too, Taira is the only girl that participates.
Walkiria
Yes, but it's that we're the
participates too.
craziest ones.
Yes.
Hi guys, come on. Okay, so we got the reading assignments already, right? Now we're going to
Yes.
share before the time goes off. Okay, we still have 8 minutes. Okay, we're going to share a video about story structure, because that is the target skill that we'll be learning in this week. Okay, story structure
8 minutes for host.
for wholes.
Yes.
No, it is not wholes. Okay.
I want to see
So
the
we are going
And they
to,
want to see the microphones.
okay, you know what, guys? We're gonna work on the practice book, page 133.
No, let's see the video.
No, we're gonna see it later. Yeah, apareció. Okay, so story structure.
For page?
Okay, is everybody there on page 133? Page 133.
Ready.
Okay, fight versus,
May read.
it says flight versus fight. Continue, esposas.
Flight versus fight. It was day 3 of the Gomez family vacation. They were eating breakfast in the hotel lobby, and Sam and Amy were arguing again. They were trying to decide what they would do with their day. Mom had given them 2 choices: visit the local water park or take a ride or in a hot air balloon. Amy loved everything that had to do with water, and most of the time Sam agreed with her. But the chance to float through the sky was so cool. Sam didn't know why he even had to explain it. It's flying, Amy. How can you not want to go? I don't like heights, Amy said. What do you mean? You're always the first one to the highest water slide, Sam replied. This, said Amy, is different. Yes, thought Sam, this is different. He knew this was an amazing opportunity, and he couldn't believe that he might not be able to go just because of his sister. Sam had to think, because if he wasn't all mean to his sister, Mom would take her side for sure. Hey, he said, did you know that the French were the first people to fly a hot air balloon? After some negotiation, Amy agreed to watch the balloon flight afterwards they could go swimming. 2 hours later, Sam was floating effortlessly through the clear morning sky. This, he thought, is the ride of my life.
Okay, so what are the characters that we have in this story?
Sam,
Amy, the mom, and
Sam and Amy.
Okay, we have the brother and sister, Sam and Amy, and we have the mom, right?
Yes.
Those are the characters, Sam, Amy, and mom. Now, the setting. Where is the setting of this story? First, it was in the Where are they staying?
In a hotel.
Okay, so the hotel lobby is the first one. And then towards the end of the story, the setting would be
The hot air balloon.
exactly in the hot air balloon. Very good. So we're gonna write the hotel lobby, comma, a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon. Got it? Okay, now let's look at the events. The first thing is that the family is having what?
The what?
The family is having?
Like a discussion.
During breakfast, right? So the first thing is that the family is having breakfast. Then mom, what does mom give them? They give them choices.
Two choices.
Okay, so mom gives Sam and Amy choices about what to do. Mom gives Sam and Amy choices about what to do. And then what happens? The choices, they start what?
Fighting.
They start arguing, right? And fighting. Sam and Amy, that is event number 3. Sam and Amy argue. Sam and Amy argue. Okay, so Sam wants to go riding on the hot air balloon, right? And Amy wants to go to the water park. So that is what we're gonna write. Sam wants to ride the hot air balloon and Amy wants to go to the water park. Sam wants to go to the hot air balloon and Amy wants to go to the water park. But at the end, Sam, okay, that is the next one, Sam decides to negotiate with his sister. Sam decides to negotiate with his sister. Sam decides to negotiate with his sister. And at the end, what do? They find a what? What do they find? They get to an agreement, right? They find a compromise, okay? That they will go together to the hot air balloon and then they will go swimming, right? So the last event is that they reach or they get a compromise or an agreement. Now question, does Amy go into the hot air balloon with Sam?
Yes.
What do you think? It says towards the end of the story, it says, after some negotiation, Amy agreed to watch the balloon flight if afterwards they could go swimming. So that means that Sam was the only one that went into the air balloon. And Amy stayed down. Maybe she was afraid of heights, as many of us here in this group.
Like me.
Me.
Like
Now
me, but I would like to do that.
You would like to do that?
Me, no.
No.
Yes,
I
even
don't
though I
think
would be scared,
No.
I would like to do
Never.
it.
No, I think I would be too afraid to do that.
Me.
Me
I have
too,
like,
like-
a dream.
I
Like-
don't do it because I can die. Only by
Miss,
You can die.
I want to defeat my how do you say miedos?
My fears.
My fears, and I want to throw myself from a how do you say it? From an airplane.
Miss, you know what? What would be good? To go in the globe at 6 a.m. and at the madrugada you see the sunset.
In the early
yes.
morning. In the early morning. You
Better
say,
to
in the
say
early
when you are
morning.
in the
You're like
ocean.
in the air and seeing the sun. Oh,
Okay. Yes.
And if you're going where the sun is, posas.
And at 7,
huh?
the sun starts going up.
Okay,
maybe
people,
at
time is up.
6
Time is up,
p.m.
Posas.
Okay.
So see you
Bye,
during
miss.
grammar class. Grammar assignments at 11. Bye.
Grammar.
Bye.